Are you planning to come to Bali here at the end of 2022 or early 2023? If you are, make sure you stick around because today I'm going to talk about the entrance requirements to get into Bali. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. As mentioned, today I'm going to talk about the requirements to get into Bali as of the end of 2022 and probably early into 2023. Just a quick disclaimer, the rules are always constantly changing, so make sure you do read up on the requirements to get in if you're planning to come at any time in the future here. So there are about 5 things that you're going to require before getting into Bali. These things here you should prepare before your trip. The first one, obviously, you need your passport valid for at least 6 months. That's pretty much a given for any country you're going to. 2 is the completed application on the app. I'll put a link in the description below as the name's really difficult to say. In the app there, you're going to have to complete an application, putting in your personal information, as well as uploading your vaccine status and the vaccines that you've received. You do need 2 vaccines before coming here, and so you'll have to put that information in the app. Now, when we came in, they didn't ask us to show that we completed the app, but I'm not sure it's because we had our information in the system already, but it's a good idea to make sure you have that app completed before coming in. The third thing you're going to need is to complete an e-customs declaration. This can be done before getting into Bali, and I'll put a link as well down below. You'll just need to complete that form. It's an electronic customs declaration, very simple and straightforward. But once you complete that, you will get a QR code which you'll have to scan after going through immigration here in Bali. So it's good to have it done. There is an area that allows people to complete it before they go through customs, but it's nice to have it all done and ready before you get here. The next one is to have a copy of your vaccine passport ready. I had mine on my phone. You'll just need to show that once you get to the airport. And then the last one here, and this one here, it depends on people, I guess, but they do say that you require a return ticket or onward travel ticket. They didn't ask us for that before boarding in Malaysia, before coming into Bali, and the immigration officer didn't ask. But a couple years back when I did come to Bali, they did require that in Singapore before I boarded. And so it's good to have that if you're traveling like I am and you're not sure where you're going to be next. There are sites that you can purchase onward tickets from, and I'll put a link below as well too for anyone who wants to use that service. But it's good to have. Paid $15 for mine, never had to use it, but it's better to have just in case. So most people will be able to get a visa on arrival once they get to Bali. That will give you a 30-day visa and then the ability to extend for another 30 days. I just went and applied for an extension on my visa to allow me to stay for the full 60 days. And I'll do a video on that later, but you will be able to get a visa on arrival. Just make sure whatever country you're coming from that you are able to get that visa on arrival. And once again, I'll put a link down below to check and see, but make sure you do double check that. So once you get into Bali, it's very straightforward. The airport is super nice. They've redone it all. So once you land, you'll go through. The first checkpoint will be a vaccine passport check. And so there's just some staff workers. You just show them your vaccine passport and then they'll let you through. And so that's the first checkpoint. After that, you'll go to the visa booth. And so the visa on arrival costs 500,000 rupiah. You can pay in your home currency. So if you don't have Indonesian rupiah exchange before, you can pay in your local currency. For me, I paid Canadian dollars. So it's good to have some cash with you, Canadian, US dollars, whatever you have. They'll do the exchange rate based on the rates that are listed there. And so it's good to have, for one visa, it was about 40 something Canadian. So having like a 50 or something like that, because they will give you change in Indonesian rupiah. So it's better to have probably a smaller bill compared to like a $100 bill. Once you get your visa card there, you'll take that with your passport and then you'll go to immigration. The immigration people are super friendly. They'll stamp your visa, same process, quickly go through that. After immigration, you'll go into customs, and this is where you need that QR code that you would have gotten from the online declaration. You scan that. Once it scans through, they'll let you go through. Once you go through that, you're pretty much completed the entrance part of getting into Bali. After that, you're going to want to get a SIM card. And so once you get through the main terminal, on the left-hand side, there are two companies that you can buy SIM cards from, one being XL and the other one being Telkomsel. I purchased one from XL, but they're both companies have similar prices. The one I got was 25 gigabytes for 350,000 rupiah. There are different packages depending on how much data you might need, but 25 gigabytes is a lot, and so that's what I got. Telkomsel is another company as well that was recommended from our Airbnb host. And so either one is good. You can get probably a little bit more data for the same price inside the city, but it's just nice to have the SIM card all set up and ready to go once you leave the airport. It's pretty quick. You go in 5 minutes, they'll give you your SIM card. You can pay by credit card as well. So if you don't have Indonesian rupiah, it's okay. You can just use your credit card, pay that, and you have your SIM card all ready to go. After you get your SIM card, you walk a little bit more. There are ATMs there and then also money exchanges. I probably wouldn't recommend exchanging your money at any airport unless you really, really need it, just because the rates are lower. But there are ATMs there, which is what I did. There were two ATMs. The one on the left-hand side, I was able to get more money at once. I was able to take out 2.5 million rupiah, which is about $217-ish Canadian. So take out some cash there just so you have some cash before getting inside the city. After that, you got your SIM card, you got your cash. You're pretty much good to go. The next part is going out, and depending on what you arrange for transportation. For us, we got our transportation done through our accommodations. We had it all set up, so the driver was waiting for us with a sign with our names, and we paid 400,000 rupiah to get from the airport all the way to Ubud, and our villa is just north of Ubud, so it's a little bit farther out. But it's just a lot easier than getting there and negotiating with a taxi and having to explain where you need to go on Google Maps and all that stuff there. So for us, the convenience of paying a little bit more for transportation set up by our accommodations was worth the extra money. But if you want to take a taxi, you can, but I would recommend getting it set up through your accommodations. And that price there is to get to Ubud. If you're staying in Canggu, Seminyak, Kuta, Uluwatu, the prices probably maybe will be cheaper or a little bit different there. So that was the process of me getting into Bali and getting all the way to Ubud. As I mentioned, if you're going somewhere else, it could be different, but it's a very simple process to get into Bali right now. Once you get in, you'll be in paradise and just enjoying life. So hopefully you found this video informative. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below in the comment section below. You can also reach out to me on Instagram, and the links are below as well. That's it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, you found it informative. Please subscribe and hit that like button, and see you in the next video for more Bali videos here on the channel.